Hi guys, this week we're going to talk about recording your ideas, but also why that may or may not be a great idea in of itself, a great concept we'll say of itself, and also the concept of killing your darlings, which is an old expression you'll hear. When you first start writing, I did it, everyone does this, is you get obsessed with every idea. Suddenly a part of your brain becomes a writer's brain in a way, and you begin to see story ideas everywhere. Someone's struggling to find a parking space, they go a bit insane and they attack everyone, and that's the inciting incident for a murder spree or something. You begin to see ideas everywhere and you think, I've got to write that down, I've got to write that down, I've got to write that down. As you become more experienced in your writing, you'll begin to realize that some ideas just aren't films. There's a very early video I did because said, is that idea a movie? I might do another one of those. But not all ideas are films. It's just something we have to live with as writers. And not all ideas are good. I've stopped writing ideas down. So I do the Charles Darwin survival of the fittest method. Fittest, just sidebar for evolutionists, or people who believe in evolution, which, me. Fittest doesn't mean strongest, it means fit for purpose. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't the strongest thing in the world, I can't use it as a nail, but it's really good as a pen. So it's fit for that purpose. So an idea which is fit for purpose to be a film. And if it survives in my brain with all the distractions going on around me, family, just come back from a holiday, so all saw these fantastic things in Tasmania. Writing, doing rewrites now, just mowing my lawn. If it survives my day to day, it's memorable. And it's memorable because it's a good story, or it's a good film idea, or it's something that is memorable. It's like the word remarkable. It doesn't mean it's fantastic. That's the outcome of being remarkable. Remarkable means it's worth remarking on. It's worth people spending time to make a comment about that thing. So it is worth remarking on. It is remarkable. That is if something is memorable. Just you've thought of it now and you write it down so you don't forget it. Perhaps forgetting it is the test. If the idea is not good, it's worth forgetting. If it's worth forgetting, is it really worth writing? If you get my drift. Paul McCartney never used to write down ideas, from what I understand. Where George Michael would ring his own answering machine and sing to himself, so when he got home he could hear it and think, that's that tune I had. Danny Elfman doesn't write things down. I watched Danny Elfman's masterclass. He said during his daughter's wedding, he got an idea for a song and just went, if I remember it later, I'll remember it later. That's the thing. Are things worth remembering? So don't stress. Don't go, I'll have to use a notes thing on my phone. I'll do a Google Doc. I've seen people ask, what method does everyone else use to remember their ideas? I've given up on noting everything down. And the reason why, I was sitting around the other day doing a bit of a thought exercise, thinking, is there anything that I really should be writing? Some idea I had in the past. I was just, a little bit uninspired. Went back through my old ideas, and some of them were quite funny. Like, yeah, that's good. Here's one. You can have this one. This guy plans to murder his wife. So he goes through and makes all the details, how he's going to do, where he's going to park his car and all this sort of stuff. And then he decides not to kill her. He decides he loves her. The relationship's worth saving. That was just some stupid thought exercise. And then she's murdered by somebody, and the police find all his plans, and it tends to align with the how she died. So now he's got to prove that he didn't do it, even though he's got these detailed plans. It's a bit of a comedy idea. It's not a very good idea. It's really not. But I wrote that down back in the old days. I would not write that now. And it's not that great an idea. I remember it because when I saw it, I'm remembering the fact that I remembered seeing it. I'm not remembering the story because it's not a great story. The other thing you've got to do is, because we're going to talk about you overvaluing things in yourself. When you write a line, you value it. You go, that was so good. I've moved those words around, shortened it. Oh, it's punchy, it's fantastic. And I'll keep going and I'll keep going and I'll keep going. Occasionally you'll see writers go, oh, I'm at 190 pages and I know it should really be around 100, maybe under, maybe a little over 120 at most. How do I get rid of it? And my suggestion is always go through, and if you've seen the channel before, find a scene that does the same thing as another scene. Any unique things that are in those scenes, write one scene, get rid of one. Now all my scenes are needed. All their scenes aren't needed, but all their scenes are loved. Every line they've written, they love. And this is the old expression, to kill your darlings. You love every line, you sweated over them, and you can't bring yourself to kill them. The Valley, which is currently I'm doing a bit of a rewrite for the production company. We're doing some changes to two of the characters. I took 11 pages off the front of that, and only one person has ever said, oh, I would have loved to have seen those 11 pages, and that was one of the actors. Because in those 11 pages, her character played more of a role. She said it would have given her a better understanding of how to play the character. Well, that could be in a document, that could be in a conversation. It didn't have to be in the film. Or you're going to record 11 minutes and then edit it out anyway. And can make a better performance, fantastic, but that better performance can be informed by conversation. I chopped 11 pages off. That was the hardest thing to do when I first did it all those years ago. I couldn't believe I had to get rid of 11 pages because the story was starting all the way down here, not all the way back there. So you've got to kill your darlings. Your ideas aren't the best thing. They have to evolve. And this is proving that you're evolving as a writer yourself, that you can look at something and go, I know why I wrote it. I had to get it out of my head, but now it's got to go. Okay, that's not going to survive in the screenplay. It's going to be cut up and thrown out anyway. They're going to shorten that. Actors are going to say, I don't need that line. I can do that with a look. All those sorts of things. So if you know it's not really great, get rid of it. Get rid of all the stuff that's filler. You may drop down to 60 pages, but then you start looking for opportunities to tell a different story, a better story, a more in-depth story, grow a character, grow something. And that's it. Don't be overprotective of your work. Don't think everything you've done is great, because it's not great until it's 100% the best you can do. It is clay. It's the starting point. You've gone and found all your clay and you're putting it together, but now you've got to kill your darlings. These ideas that you're having don't really need to be recorded, because if they survive in your brain, they're really good ideas. And if they survive in your brain, they'll survive in the audience's brain, they'll survive in the producer's brain. Someone will read it and go, oh, that's good. Or even if they go, yeah, that's all right, they put it down. They go back 2 days later and go, I remember that. Oh, yeah, it was okay. And then eventually they go, I'm going to contact that person, I'm going to contact that writer and ask her if she can change it a bit, because I love the idea. I can't get the thought of that out of my head. But I just need it different. Something has to be memorable. And if you're the first test of it being memorable. That's it. Thank you, guys. Thanks for everyone. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you could do the things down here, that's really, really good. We're commenting, we're getting stuff. I've got little Wednesday videos now. They're only a minute and two. They're a single thought, a single thing. If you want to watch those, give them a thumbs up as well. Thank you to everyone who downloaded the book. The book's still available on Amazon. If you want to go read it, you can read a few pages for free on Amazon. The links will be below. And until next time, keep writing. Bye, guys.